Now, before we get started, do you guys have any questions for the upcoming Saturday test, or any comments about the yesterday's review? Were you guys happy with your scores? Was it a tough test? What are the comments? No comments? Were you surprised with your scores? Good way or the bad way? Nothing. Silence is never a good thing. So it hides a lot of information. Do you guys have any questions for 17th? How many of you are taking the test on April, this next Saturday? One,
I'm
two.
taking mine the 28th
Damon is.
at my school.
Yep.
And we just figured out that it's online. So, do you have any suggestions?
Good luck.
Anything different?
Good luck.
I know they literally just told us this week, and now all of us are really mad because obviously we wouldn't have signed up to do it.
Some students have done really well, but with only 10%. Okay, sorry, I missed. So we have three, all three are taking here. Anybody else on the online side?
Damon is. Saren.
Okay. That's it, huh? Okay. I thought more people are taking. Gia, are you taking the April test?
Yeah, sorry, I am.
Okay. Preet, if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
Can you not hear me?
Hold on. I don't think so. Yeah, we can't hear you much. It's hardly. So you're taking the test, right, Preet?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So any questions? Final questions on Saturday test. So I'm going to tell you. I want to make it very simple. If you're a junior, taking this April 17th test, or April whatever test, you got to put in next Monday, including today. So let's start with Sunday. Sunday to Thursday, at least 2 hours a day. That's like a bare minimum. So you cannot have expectations of a high ACT score and not put in the effort. It's not a magic pill. So I'm going to make it very clear. You got to put in the effort. Friday, no studying. Maybe formulas, maybe grammar rules, relax, rest. But till Thursday, you gotta own it, and you wanna need it. Do not go into test center assuming this is how the test will be, this is how it's gonna be. Nobody knows. Just take one question at a time. So today I was not scheduled to teach, by the way, but I really wanted to come here so that if there's anything I can answer, now is the time. So I was not scheduled to teach today, but didn't want to miss this opportunity to answer if you have any questions. Any final things before we get started? All right, get your calculators.
Hey, Manoj, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I was trying to talk to you, but did you record the review session from yesterday?
Yep.
Okay. Did you plan on posting it?
We are still uploading it. It was a big file, so it's going to take us hopefully by end of today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
sorry.
you should have it to a few people who missed the session yesterday. Yep. Yeah, definitely. I felt it went great. I don't know what others thought. So, what did you guys think? Man, you guys are quiet today. What's wrong?
I think it went well today, or yesterday. My scores are just a tad bit below where I want it, but the other sections, not the science section, went really, really well.
Good. All right. We're going to get started. Open page number 510. 510. Things will be different today. Okay. 510. Actually, one can't sit today. Here's how it's going to work. So you guys will be doing 51 to 60. All right? But I'll be keeping track of time. Once you're done, I'll show you the times. Just, okay? This shows how much you guys should do the first 50 questions so you can actually complete the 51 to 60 with complete control. If your calculators are ready, your time starts now. I'll be stopping in next 2 minutes. It's 13 minutes. All right, guys. We're going to stop at 15 minutes. I'm going to read out the answers 51 to 60. Please check. DFD. KDE. Sorry, KDK. Sorry. KDK. Just want to repeat that. EJ. A, and last one is F. Questions? Did anybody get it all correct? One wrong. Two wrong.
Damon, could you go over number 55 as well?
Yeah, I was gonna ask on that one.
Which one?
55.
55.
Did you guys study permutations and combinations in Algebra 2?
I've never seen that word in
That's
my
chapter
life.
number 10 of Algebra 2.
I'm guessing we might have gotten to it, but then COVID hit, so we just did a bunch of online stuff.
Did you guys do Pascal triangle and polynomials?
Yes. we
Then
did.
how can you do Pascal's triangle and polynomials without?
I
Okay,
don't know.
got it. Okay. All right, excellent. Any other questions? I don't want to waste time. If you guys don't want to say something, I want to keep it moving.
Could do 58.
58. So far I have 50, 55 and 58. 58 is a SAT question as well. You'll see a lot in SAT. All right, we're gonna do 41 to 50. You guys will be doing 41 to 50. Again, I'm gonna keep track of time, but you guys understand how much time you took. So you have to balance your time that way in the first 40. This is why it is so important to get an idea, average-wise, how much time you guys are taking. For the last 10, usually the first 40 is not a problem, it's the last 20. Your time starts now. All right, guys, I'm stopping you guys at 12 minutes because we need to keep moving. Again, so far you can see it's almost 27 minutes, right, combined, and the 40 questions. So you can see then the first 40 you should have done in 33 minutes. So that's how you plan. All right, let's go back to these questions, 58 and 55. Of course, very famous pendulum equation. If you're taking physics, maybe you've come across one of the most famous equation of the time it takes for the pendulum to, for the period calculation. Well, they have given the equation. So they are saying, what is the length of the pendulum if the time is tripled, if the period is tripled? So I just tripled it. So this is length L1, this is L2. So this is equation 2, this is equation 1. So I'm taking 2 divided by 1. So t and t cancels, so I'm left with 3 here. 2 pi and 2 pi cancels. Square root of 32, square root of 32 cancels. Those are the constants. So I'm left with square root of 32, L2 divided by L1 is equal to 3. I'm going to square both sides, so 9 is equal to L2 divided by L1. So the length of the pendulum has to be 9 times to get the period 3 times higher. I think, Carter, you asked me that question. Does that make sense? Anybody else have any question on this problem? Okay, let's go to question 55. Which of the following expressions gives the number of permutations? Well, they directly actually use the word permutation. They didn't have to. So I did both, permutations and combinations. Realize that I actually did a small mistake of one word here, but I changed it. So when you do permutation, the order matters. That means 1, 2, 3 is not the same as 1, 3, 2. Okay? And you can see if you have more more numbers of arrangements when the order matters, because 1, 2, 3 is not the same as 1, 3, 2. But in the combination, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3 is same as 1, 3, 2. So you'll have less combinations. So always remember that combinations give less value than permutations, because in combination there is no order required. So for example, in this classroom, right? Look at this, 1, 2, 3, okay? So if the order didn't matter, doesn't matter, there's only one way I can make you guys sit here, because the order, but if the order matters that you have to be here, or they can switch, then you'll have to start getting more numbers. So, and it's pretty interesting equation. NCR, that's the combination, is NPR, which is no order, divided by the number R factorial. So you can see that's why the number decreases, because the order doesn't matter. So NPR is n factorial divided by n minus R factorial. So they're asking for 15 objects to be selecting 5 at a time. So 15 factorial divided by 15 minus 5 factorial. Excuse me. And in the calculator, of course, you can do the factorials. You guys might know. If you don't, let me know. I can tell you where to find it. It is under math. Then you go to PRB at the top, and number 4. That's where the factorial is. So you type in the number 15, then select that factorial, divided by then 10 factorial. So let me make it easy. Permutations have higher value data only because the order is required. So 1, 2, 3 is not the same as 1, 3, 2. But in combination, the order is not required, so 1, 2, 3 is same as 1, 3, 2. So you'll have less combinations. So many teachers have their own ways to remember this. Well, my teacher told me this, so I'm going to tell you this. I still kind of feel it cheesy, but it actually works. C comes before P. So C should have less than P. That's how she told us.
In problems, will it tell you, like,
No,
it won't tell you
No.
which one to use usually?
no. In this case, they were nice and tell you permutations. What they will tell you is whether the order is there or not. So you'll have to pick this equations, whether the order, if it's no order, that's why I did NCR. If it's ordered, then NPR. So you have both this.
Okay.
So could you take your notes and write this problem, please, in your notes? So you can say 15 objects, 5 picked, order required, order not required, and do 2 different problems. Please write in your notes. All right. I'm going to read out the answers for 41 to 50. CF, CFD, FCJ, DJA, and 50th is K. Did anybody get all 10 correct? One wrong. Two wrong.
Damon.
Okay, quite a bit of. Now you know why I picked this. That's why I'm here today. I wanted to do these problems just to get you guys. It can be very interesting in the ACT math. So, all right, questions.
46 and 48.
Can we do number 47?
Okay, so it'll be basically 46, 47, 48. Okay. All right. Now, you guys will be doing 36 to 40. 36 to 40. Your time starts now. All right, guys. I'm gonna stop at 7 minutes here. All right, let's go to these three questions, 46, 47, 48. The first one I want to do is 48, the CAS diagram. So they're asking for a cosine value, and it's a fourth quadrant. Remember the CAS diagram, C-A-S-T. So in the fourth quadrant, cosine is positive. That's all you need this information for. So then I built a triangle with this angle theta here. So this is the theta. So the vertical distance is 3, the horizontal distance is 4. So from the hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent or hypotenuse. The only thing you needed this to find out whether what quadrant it is. That's all you needed. I just want to check the answers. 48. What's J? Okay, that's correct. All right, next is 40. I want to go to 46. A restaurant has 10 booths that will seat up to 4 people each. If 20 people are seated and no booths are empty, what is the greatest possible number of booths that could be filled with 4 people? So, well, we have 10 booths. So I want to start with 4, 4, 4. So I want to fill this 3. So at 12, then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have the maximum of 3 booths that are full. So you want to try them. So even if I'd gone here 4, that would be 16, then you will be emptying out here. So, oh, this was interesting. Didn't realize they were asking for both were happening. Before we get to this one, let's use common sense here, okay? So, you know that when 2 things have to happen at this, okay, but they're independent events, but they have to happen, your chances go down, okay? So, for example, let's say I'm playing a card game and then I'm doing the dice, okay? 2 different games. Actually, I wanted to write this, but I want to explain this. So, what is the probability that I will get a 10 as in when I pick a card in the card game and flip a 4 in the dice? So it will be 4 divided by 52 because there can be 4 tens. Okay? Well, if this was the only game, this is my probability, right? 4 divided by 52. But at the same time, I also want to get a number 4 on the dice, and there is only 1 4, and there are 6 options. So 1 by 6. Okay? If both have to happen, will my chances be more or less? Less. So if this have to happen, so I have 4 divided by 6 times 52, basically 1.2%. But if it was just this one, this is 16%. If it is 4 divided by 52, it is 7.7%. So when 2 things have to happen at the same time for you, your chances are basically less. It's like this. What are the chances that you're going to get a 36 in ACT and a 36 in reading? Right? If both have to happen, your probability starts going down. If all have to be 36, your probability starts really going down. So that's why the data is, right? So around 1.2 million people are going to take ACT in 2020, have taken in 2020, 1.2 million. Out of that, only 4,000 students have scored perfect 36. So even if you do that math, it's around basically 0.4%. So you can see the chances are very less to get all of them to get a 36. That's why I wanted to explain it instead of writing this. Does this make sense? I don't know who asked me this question, but okay. All right, so now 36 to 40. FBG EG. Questions? Did anybody get it all right? Good, Carter.
Damon.
So I'm gonna first of all, I want to wish you guys for the best on the April 17th. Second, between now and April 16th, if you guys have any questions, you need to text us. We'll get back to you guys. This is our high priority. So we take these things very seriously. But if you guys don't put in the efforts, don't have expectations. It's linearly connected to your expectation, to your efforts. So it's not a magic pill that you wake up that day and the magic is going to happen. Questions will start feeling tough when you're not prepared. Questions will start feeling easier when you're prepared. All right, online students, stay here. Lauren will be here. And good luck on 17th. Bye.